Welcome, students, to Adding and Subtracting Rational Expressions, which is on page 5 of your notes. You can add or subtract rational expressions just like you would add or subtract fractions. So you need a common denominator. So remember back to middle school, if you wanted to add something like 1/5 plus 2/5, you would just add across the top. So 1 plus 2 is 3, and then keep the denominator. It is the same idea here. So as long as the denominators are the same, then you can just add the numerators. So first we have to make the denominators the same. So when you've got expressions with variables in them, usually it's going to be just an x, the way you get a common denominator is to multiply each fraction by the other denominator. And if there are common factors, there's actually a shortcut, but we'll go over that later in a later problem. So for this one, the first fraction has a denominator of x minus 1. And the second fraction has a denominator of x plus 4. So I'm going to multiply this fraction by x plus 4, and I'm going to multiply this fraction by x minus 1. So it's going to look like this. So I'm going to multiply this by x plus 4, x plus 4. See, so multiply by x plus 4 on top and on bottom. And then here I'm going to take times x minus 1, and here times x minus 1. Now you can see my denominators are both x plus 4 times x minus 1. So my denominators are the same, and that's what I want. So let's see, I've got x plus 4 times 2x minus 3x minus 1 all over. And since my denominators are now the same, I can just write it once. Just like up here, I didn't write 10 or I didn't write 55 or something weird like that. I just wrote the common denominator. So x plus 4, x minus 1. Just like that. So now I just need to simplify my two numerators. So I'll color code a little bit here. So I'm going to have, I can do box method here, or I can just distribute. I'm going to choose to just distribute that 2x like this. So 2x times 4 is 8x. And 2x times x is 2x squared. And then here I have negative 3 times x, which is negative 3x. And then negative 3 times negative 1, which is positive 3. And then that's all over x plus 4 times x minus 1. Okay, so I got that so far. Now I just need to combine like terms in the numerator. So I have like terms here, 8x and negative 3x. So let me put the 2x squared first. And then 8x minus 3x is 5x. And then just plus 3. And then before I write down my denominator, I want to go ahead and use the box method or distributive property to multiply it together. So I'm going to use box method because I think most of you prefer that way of doing it. So we're going to do x plus 4 and then x minus 1 and multiply them together. Wow. So x times x is x squared. X times 4 is 4x. Negative 1 times x is negative 1x. And negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. And then remember, these combine their like terms. So my denominator is x squared. And then 4x minus 1x is 3x. And then minus 4. So there's my answer, my simplified expression. Even though it doesn't really look simpler, it's simplified. Okay. Let's try another one. There's a lot of steps there. There's kind of a lot to do. So let's try this one. So example 2. Notice my first denominator is 2x plus 1, and my second one is x. So I'm going to take this first fraction and just multiply it by x on top and bottom. And then I'm going to take the second fraction and I'm going to multiply it by 2x plus 1 on the top and bottom, just like this. And then notice now my two denominators are the same. They're both x times 2x plus 1. So I'm good there. So now I have x times 7 minus x plus 2 times 2x plus 1. That's my numerator. Wow. Now you can see it. There's my numerator. And then I have x times 2x plus 1. Again, once they're the same, you just need to write it once. And I'm going to simplify my numerator. So I'm going to take x times 7 is 7x. X times negative x is negative x squared. Let's see if will green show up? Kind of. So 2 times 2x is 4x. And 2 times 1 is 2. So there's my numerator. And then that's all over x times 2x plus 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms on top. So let's see, these don't have any like terms. So negative x squared. But then 7x and 4x combine to make 11x. And then plus 2. And then this you can either do a little box, do a little box method here. X, 2x plus 1, or you could use distributive property. Either way, it doesn't matter. So then 2x squared plus x. And there's my simplified expression. All right, now example 3. Example 3 is a little different because if you look at the denominators, notice I have x minus 4 and this is x squared minus 4x. So this one just has an extra x in each term. That actually makes it easier for us because if I were to just multiply this whole thing by x, then I'd have x times x, which is x squared, and I'd have x times negative 4, which is negative 4x. So then my denominators would be the same, and I would have less to multiply. So if you have that kind of scenario and you recognize it, it can save you some work. It'll still work if you do it this way, but it'll just be a lot longer. So let's go ahead and take the shortcut. So I've got x times 3x plus x plus 2 over, and that gives us x squared minus 4x. So right there, x times x is x squared, and x times negative 4 is negative 4x. Or if you want me to prove it with the box, I can do that too. X minus 4, x times x is x squared, x times negative 4 is negative 4x. Good. So now I'm just going to simplify my numerator. So remember to multiply those together. So x times 3x is 3x squared plus x plus 2 over x squared minus 4x. So 3x squared plus x plus 2 over x squared minus 4x. And there's nothing we can simplify here or combine or anything, so we're finished. And that's it.